This is Dr. Carroll, and this is a video working through some while statement exercises. So let's say that we want to try out while statements in Java. And so let's write a Java program that asks for an overall grade percentage in a course and then displays the appropriate letter grade. Okay, so let's copy and paste that here so we can work through it and see an example. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I've got it. Okay, so let's see. Asks the user for their overall grade percentage in this course. Okay, so that sounds like an import java.util.scanner because we're going to be asking the user for their overall grade. Prompt user for grade. Read in grade. Okay, and then what do we need to do? And then display the appropriate letter grade. Display the appropriate letter grade. And so we'll want to divvy that up based on A for 90% and above and B for 80% above and so on. Okay, so prompt user for a grade, we need a scanner object. And standard in equals new scanner. We're just going to read it from the keyboard. So we can do system.in to do that. Well, actually, this is read in the grade. Prompt the user. So prompting is displaying something to the user. And let's see, I've already had an example. Let's just reuse that text here. Thank you, Dr. Carroll, for providing that. Okay, now read in the grade. All right, so let's see, we're going to want it probably as a double. Yep, so grade equals standard in next double. No, next. Okay, read that in, and if we were new at writing scanner code and reading in from the user, we would probably want to compile this and make sure that it runs. And so now display the appropriate letter grade. Okay, let's see here. The letter grade is going to be a character. We could save it as a string or a character. But why don't we do this? Letter grade equals convert grade to letter. Why don't we write a method to do this? And then we'll pass it a grade. Okay. Now we haven't written one, and we're just doing a simple example here. So it needs to be static because main is static. And let's see. We have char here, and then we have the name of our class, and then we have a double here. Whoa. Let's see, this could be our return value here. Okay, and so let's see, what are we gonna do? This is zoomed in just a bit much. We have our grade, so what we need to do is we need to figure out what is the appropriate letter grade. So we could say, well, let's just default to an A. I like that. That sounds good. Okay. So then if the grade was less than 60%, then letter grade is really an F, unfortunately. Okay, but if it wasn't that, then if the grade was less than 70%, then the letter grade is a D. And notice we don't need to repeat the condition grade greater than or equal to 60% here, and because we would not get to this condition unless that was true. The only way we can be evaluating this code is if this is false. so that if it's false, we know that the grade is greater than or equal to 60%. Okay. Now we're on a roll here. If below 80, then it's a C. If it's below 90, then it's a B. And we could end it right here and say, hey, we've already accounted for the default case of being an A. That would be okay. And we might want to do something special for over 100%. If that's not allowed, that indicates an error. Then we would want to test for if it's less than or equal to 100%, and then else that would be an error. So if this was like a final grade, then we could handle that, and we could display A there, and then we could have an else, and then we could have we could call system.exit. That's looking funny. I'll have to see if that compiles. And then now we can just return letter grade. Good programming software engineers will say have one return value, one return. Okay, so if that's the case, okay, we've captured that there. Let's put in this last display, and then let's run it. So what did it say? We need to show that grade there. Ooh. Okay, so let's do math.round. Looks like it probably wants to be rounded. So we need the grade times 10, and then we need it divided by 10, and then we need to add a percentage sign, and then is a let's see here. It says is an A. So, but if it's, we wouldn't say and B. So let's try and get that the first time here. Now, if letter grade is equal to A, okay, and notice it's a character, so I'm using single quotes. Let's see, is an A, is AB, is AC, is AD, is an F. Oh, so we could say or letter grade equals F. So either of those conditions, then we're going to display an N right there. And we could have made it a string or a character, either way. And then let's finish out with the grade. And we can put a new line on the end of this one, and let's see what was the, oh, it's disappeared now. Let's see. And it even has ticks around it. Okay, so, well, we can put the ticks in here. And then we do letter grade, and then we can do another tick. And there we go. This should work. Let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens. Java C grade calculation. And ooh, it didn't like that. Okay, so it needs an int, no arguments. Okay, we can fix that. So we usually pass it a 1 to say, hey, we're not happy here. And woohoo, it compiles. Now let's give it a run. All right, please enter your overall grade. Oh, I didn't mean to do a new line there. Oh well, so let's say 97.8. Is an A. Oh, we need a little space there, but overall good. So let's say a 66.7 is a D. Okay, any others? Let's see, 89 is a B. Okay, let's see, we just need to go in and clean up those two things. Okay, so we don't want to do a new line there, and we need a space. Yes, we need a space right here. Okay, so let's try 55, unfortunately. Okay, looks like the spacing, look, it is an F, and it's rounding. Everything looks really good. Great. On to the next exercise. Woohoo! Okay, now write a program that displays the following grade information. This looks really familiar. Okay, is an F, AD, AC, AB is an A. Okay, so we need to go from 59 to 100. We can do that. Okay, and so let's take this existing code here and let's just make a copy of it. This one is requiring user input. I said 2 here, so we're not going to do user input, but we're going to want this convert grade to letter. That's good. Let's see, we don't want to prompt the user for a grade, but we do want a grade, and then everything else is the same. So what we could do is we could say, hey, grade equals, was it 59? Is that the first one? Yes, 59.0. And then we want to, while grade is less than or equal to 100.0, or actually if it's within a small percentage of that, but since we're dealing with whole numbers, it's going to work out. So while the grade is less than 100 or equal to 100, then, and notice parentheses are required in Java, and then I would just always do curly braces. And then at the end, we're going to need to do grade plus equals 1. Let's increase the grade by 1. And then now we have grade. Oh, I got rid of too much. No, that's right. Okay, we use grade here, and it should call that method. Really, we're just adding in the while statement here. So let's see if that was good enough. Okay, so this is 2. Oh, yes. Okay, and that did not work. What happened here? Oh, oops, I was close. We just wrote an infinite loop. Okay, so we need to increment the grade here so that it's inside the loop. Oops, you might have seen that. Thanks for not shouting it out. Okay. Oh, this is really close, but not quite. It doesn't include 100. We can do better. Grade is less than or equal to 100. I wonder if we're getting a little bit of a floating point difference. So math.absolute value of grade it needs to be less than or equal to that within a small range here. So if we said to account for some rounding error, let's see, does that fix it? No, it still doesn't. Okay, so it's 99. We add 1.0 to it, and it's less than or equal to 100. Then how come it's not displaying 100 here? Don't you hate it when things don't go quite right? Now I'm a little confused. Okay, we're still at, it's not working. Okay, so when grade is 99, we add 1 to it. That makes it 100. It's still less than or equal to 100. I don't see what the problem is here. Oh, I know what the problem is. We are exiting. Oh no. Okay, so if it's 100, it's still an A. Okay, sorry about that. Maybe you saw that. Aha! There we go. Okay, That's it for some quick exercises showing off while and if else statements in Java. Hope you enjoyed it.